What up, Casanova? Long time no see, long time no chat. I want to take this opportunity to catch you up to speed, explain my hiatus, let you know what's been going on in the last year and a half. This is going to be a shorter video just to, like I said, catch you up to speed, help us reconnect. But I'll be making a series of longer videos where I explain things in more detail, my personal meditations, combination of an update slash my personal meditations on what's been happening over the last 3 years, let's say, to give you a better insight into my life, my process, my evolution, my journey, where I'm at. And it's going to help lay the groundwork for future videos where I discuss concepts, where I discuss personal development, because I want to be more open about my journey, more open, more honest. Not that I've been dishonest, but to share more. Okay. But in this video, let's just kind of give you a quick recap. So basically, we launched the Honest Chemistry course last year in early 2022. And in case you're wondering, by the way, that we closed registration, but we will be, a lot of people have been asking, we will be reopening. You'll be able to access all my courses in the next few weeks, including Honest Chemistry. But anyway, we launched that course, and that was early 2022, and I was just completely burnt out. Burnt out is not enough of a word to fully describe how I was feeling, and that's why I'm going to be making these longer videos. But let's just say I was burnt out. I really didn't want to work, and I so then I went to Mexico for a couple of months to just kind of disconnect, recharge, do some more soul searching, and that was awesome. Had a great time. Some of my friends went down and stayed. They spent the 2 months there as well, so it was really cool. And then I got back to Toronto. I tried getting back into the flow of things, back into work and all that stuff, preparing for um, the launch of my upcoming 7-day bootcamp programs that launched last summer. Um, Wanted to get back into the swing of creating content. But what I found last year was that I just could not bring myself to work. Could not bring myself to work, could not bring myself to create content. Everything just felt so fucking painful. Just so fucking painful. There was just so much resistance to getting anything done. It was just everything, every little thing that required any kind of effort, and not just with work, with anything, anything that required any shred of effort, decision making, willpower, energy. I was just like, I cannot, I cannot. I wanted to just completely disconnect from everything and not do a single thing. I mean, what I wanted to do, actually, the one thing that I wanted to do was to party, to socialize, to chill, um, to hang out, to consume some some content here and there, watch films, read a little bit here and there, but mostly to just kind of chill, party, hang out, do some psychedelics, smoke weed, well, edibles. I've moved away from vaping weed. Occasionally I do, but mostly I consume edibles. But anyway, that's let's not digress. Um, and I was still, but what happened was still felt like I needed to work. I was actually very excited to launch these programs. And we did. We later did, and that was the great success. Although I didn't run as many programs as I would have liked. We only ran 4 programs in Toronto and then later in Portugal. But anyway, the thing is, I felt like I needed to work, but I didn't want to work. I felt like I needed to create content to market the new programs and all that, and I did the bare minimum, you know, and that's why I ran fewer programs than I would have liked. And a part of me also didn't think that I wanted to coach, even though when the programs came along, I like whenever I'm in the programs, I'm just my heart is in it. It's always a reminder. No, I do want to coach, but everything in between, my mind was just wanted to escape work. I was dealing with this, existential angst and elements of nihilism, let's call it depression, where it was like, where I felt like I wasn't motivated by anything. Okay. You know, not that I had already achieved the kind of success that I aimed to. I had achieved a considerable amount of success, but there was still a lot more. There is still a lot more that I want to do. But I felt like nothing could motivate me. No amount of money, no, like nothing could motivate me. Like in theory, it was like kind of motivating me, but in the moment, I was just like, I don't care. I just don't care about anything. And so that was creating, a disconnect inside of me. That was creating this. There was a lot of existential angst. There was a lot of guilt. And I'll talk more about all these things, later. There's a lot to a lot of layers to peel, a lot to unpack. That's the word. There's a lot to unpack. But basically, there's this guilt. There's this existential angst. Like I should be doing stuff, but I don't want to. And so I spent a lot of time researching, reflecting, researching, introspecting, thinking about life and death and uh, happiness and work and productivity and purpose and, you know, doing what makes sense versus what feels right. Um, what all these things meant. Lifestyle, what why I was ultimately doing the things that I was doing. Um, why was I feeling the way I was feeling? What did I want to do in the coming years? Was I still in alignment with my vision? Just um, basically just kind of questioning a lot of things. And it made it hard. It made it hard to disconnect and enjoy myself because there was this constant, guilt. There was this constant angst and sometimes elements of sadness. That's something I experience at times in strange ways. Um, my grandmother also passed away, and like right before we went to Portugal, so September, I spent October and November in Portugal, and it was the first time. She had been in really poor health for a few months. She was kind of on the brink, and it was the first time that someone close to me had passed away, and it really had a profound effect on me. Just her loss and how it affected my dad, and also my grandfather on my mom's side has been in bad health. He's been struggling a lot and arguably on the brink as well. He's 90 years old, and that's been weighing a lot on me. In general, I think about death a lot. In many ways, it's helped me. It's helped me achieve the things. It's helped liberate me in many ways, but there's still some unresolved feelings. It's a work in progress. But more on that later. But basically, I've just been in a weird headspace. Um, I think this all kind of started actually in late 2020, and I'll talk more about that later. But basically I've been spending a lot of time introspecting and just thinking about life. Um, and so that made it really hard to, my heart wasn't in the work. Okay. Aside from when I ran my coaching programs, I guess it's impossible for me not to. Like, I'm 150% in when I coach. It's impossible not to be. But anything in between, what where I could allow my mind to roam, it was just it was impossible to work. It was so hard, and so I wasn't properly able to like take time off because on some level I didn't feel like I I was I convinced myself that I needed it, but on some level my body didn't feel, or my mind, my soul didn't feel like I was allowed to, um, like I needed to move things forward, which kind of goes back to maybe how I am wired. But basically, I was moving some things along. I was working on 30% capacity and trying to enjoy myself in the meantime, but struggling to. So there was a lot of internal turmoil. So around the same time, when I got back from Mexico in April, I actually met my current girlfriend, and that's been awesome. That's been really, really awesome. Very thankful for that. We've been together for over a year now. Um, it's great. We're very much on the same page. She's very supportive of the business, very much in alignment as far as the kind of lifestyle we want. There's a certain level of openness. So that's really awesome. I'll talk more about that later. Um, so I was kind of dealing with all that, but also exploring this new relationship, and she ended up coming with me to Portugal for the 2 months. So that was really cool. And then when we got back, December and January, I was trying to get back into to work, because I felt like, well, I needed to do something. Although I kept going back and forth between, maybe I should take more time off, maybe we should travel to Brazil in the like around January, February. But I felt like, no, I need to figure this out, and I need to, because it felt like I was running away in a sense and escaping. Like I wasn't taking more time off, just wasn't bringing me happiness. So I I wanted to kind of get back into the swing of things and sort this out, and I did some more introspection, did some started dabbling with some therapy, paused it in the last couple of months, but I actually want to restart it. Um, I wanted to try therapy for some time. I can't recommend it enough. But I remember at some point I started having these breakthroughs. I had this acid trip, and that was like a big catalyst for. I mean, there were a lot of things that kind of led up to this. But that was a catalyst that kind of started bringing certain things together, and then more and more I started falling in love with. I started having some realizations, started falling in love with the process of, with my vision, with the process of work. I always say action creates motivation, and sometimes you forget the things that you preach. And once I really made a commitment to just truly immerse myself in the work and to kind of get the momentum going, I started I started becoming more and more motivated. Guys, remember, action creates motivation, not the other way around. Um, as my friend once shared with me, I think it's something his grandma told him, that sometimes you don't realize that you're hungry until you start eating. So, I can't say that it's been very smooth since February. Um, I've definitely had periods of more resistance and more depressive, nihilistic thoughts, but overall, since February, March, like especially these last couple of months, April and May, there's been a lot of improvement, and I feel very motivated. There's still things I'm exploring and sorting through, and I want to do more therapy, more introspection. But for the most part, I feel more motivated than ever, and I've started falling in love with the process, with the work, and started working on content again, and have just so many things that so many things I want to share and create content about. And um, I think, going through this was inevitable and also very important. And in many ways, it's going to help me, give me so many ideas for content. It's going to help me talk about so many things, because I realize more than ever the value of creating this content, of sharing the things that I've learned with you guys, from a pickup, from a dating, from a personal development perspective. It's been an interesting journey, including lots of infield breakdowns, because I have so much infield that I still have not shown you guys, and I'm more committed than ever now to break down a lot of my infield. Uh, some newer stuff, some older stuff. There's just so much timeless value in um, these infield breakdowns. But aside from that, other kinds of videos that I want to create on various topics in in the realm of pickup, dating, personal development, charisma, success psychology, attraction, seduction, you know, the process of getting good at things. So I'm very, very excited about that. Excited to be back. Excited to be running my 7-day bootcamp programs again this year, August and September. Guys, reminder, check the link below. Hop on apply for a free consultation call. I will be making more announcements in the coming weeks. Mind-blowing, just really, really, really crazy programs. And also been working on a mentorship program that I'll be soft launching in August and September. It'll be more one-on-one stuff. I've already taken on some clients to work on, to do the mentorship, but I'll be taking on maybe a few more. So if you guys are interested, apply for a call, and then that will then become a group mentorship next year. So I'm building out kind of like a curriculum for the group mentorship programs, because it's something I realize that could be very valuable in helping guys solidify the mindsets and the habits and the skills that are required to become successful with women. On the bootcamp programs, we learn so much. Okay, there's just so much that you're exposed to. Your eyes are open to what's possible. You're put in touch with sides of yourself that you didn't know existed. And we cover so many things, especially when we film the clients and we break things down. There's so much that comes up about the process, male female dynamics, social dynamics, masculinity, charisma, various like mechanics and logistics. But so yeah, you're exposed to a lot, but then afterwards you still have to put in the work. And before I would mentor guys on like a custom Q&A type of basis, but I think there's a lot of value in creating some kind of a set structured curriculum where we focus on various things, every week or every 2 weeks. And then there's accountability. And so, as opposed to just like trying to like juggle it all at once. So there's focus, right? And there's patience, and there's an evolution. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, good to be back, guys. Good to be fucking back. There's some cool content that's going to be coming out in the coming weeks. I will try to be consistent as much as I can over the next 12 months with the content. So yeah, thanks for watching. And if you're interested in the bootcamp program, check it out. Game changer.
Wait, I don't even know your name. Is this how you just seduce guys on the street?
You are very smart. It's very, very smart. I enjoy.
I'm Vadim.
Hey, are you ready to live life the same way you play GTA 5? Except instead of killing lots of people, you'd be sleeping with lots of women and building amazing relationships. I'm Vadim. I'm the guy who went from zero to hero. And after 15 plus years of trial and error, meeting, attracting, sleeping with, and dating beautiful women, 10 of which I've spent coaching guys like you, I have figured it out. I have cracked the fucking code. And with that, I have created the perfect, most results-driven live coaching program in the world. A program that will get you meeting, attracting, and dating all the women you've ever desired in a confident and gimmick-free, natural fashion. No, I'm not talking about dating apps or social circles or escorts. I'm talking about grabbing life by the balls and meeting women on the streets, in cafes, in parks, bars, clubs, music festivals, museums, bookstores, you name it, organically and directly. I'm talking about cold approach, baby, the way your grandfather did it, when being a man still meant something. But most importantly, I'm talking about doing it right and having it lead somewhere.
So many epic things happened during the boot camp, and so many lessons were learned, and the foundation was definitely set.
Things that would have probably took me years, or maybe I might have never even changed because I didn't know about them.
It was one of the most incredible experiences of my life.
Sometimes as guys, we put all these things in our heads and have these self-limitations, and Vadim really pushed me and helped me to get through that, and he taught me that I needed to take more risks.
It just kind of, opened the floodgates. Vadim does a good job at showing you what's possible.
Look, your best fucking life is out there. A life of abundance, not scarcity. The only question is, are you man enough to seize it? If you are, hop on a free consultation call with me and my team to find out what's truly possible.